Hey everybody, Brian here. We're going to do another Kyosho 4x4 upgrade. This time we are going to replace the stock shocks that come on here, stock springs and shocks, with the Hot Racing aluminum spring and shock set, along with an adapter set that I've 3D print that are available on my eBay listings. And mainly the reason for that is there's a big screws and a different mounting system on the bottom of the Kyosho than what the typical hot racing and stuff use. So anyways, I'm going to try to make this video as quick and painless as possible. I've already moved the wheels and tires and obviously the body and everything. Removing the springs and stuff are pretty quick and easy. There's one screw in the top and there's two in the bottom. You don't have to remove the two in the bottom completely. You just want to back them out enough to where the bottom of the shock releases. So I like doing one side at a time. It just, to me, makes it a little bit easier. And make sure you keep the screws that come out from the tops of these stock ones. You will be reusing those. There you go. Okay, so we were working on the driver's side of the truck with the front and the rear. The front placement in the rear, it is dependent. So what I've got laid out over here, I've already pre-assembled the adapters onto 3 of the Hot Racing shocks. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and assemble the last one, just so that you can see how it needs to go together. And I actually just realized this one here, they are directional. So I'll show you what you need to pay attention to when you're putting these together. I like to get them all laid out like this and pre-assembled, and then that way I can just put them on the truck. So what I've got here, if you take a look, these are going to be the front ones, and these are going to be the rear ones. The front, if you look at this one I've already put together, the top part, it's not really any different, but you know it goes on the front because of these 2 fins here. So the 2 front ones will have those sort of like the 2 little fins sticking out the back. The part that's different on the front, which is left and right dependent, is going to be the bottom. You're going to want to come in, if you look here, there's this side here is a little thicker, and this side here is a little thinner, but it's also rounded right here. Hopefully that's focusing a little bit, but that's rounded. This rounded part is going to go towards the front of the truck, and you're going to want to put the screw in that comes with the Hot Racing shock from the back side. And this little part that comes out is going to go towards the inside of the truck. It'll make a little bit more sense once you start getting it together. But to assemble it, really all you do is get that screw started, and then put your shock in. One thing you'll want to watch out for is these Hot Racing shocks actually holding these balls in on the bottom and the top end of the socket is just a small, in fact you can see that one trying to work its way out right now. There's a little bitty rubber washer or rubber grommet that's basically holding it in there. Those will come off. I almost lost one, so I don't think it'd make a huge deal, but it might mess up the dampening just a little bit. So there's that. And then the top, you know, as far as this is a fake oil reservoir, it I don't know whether they're supposed to go towards the front, towards the rear, or whatever. So I'm just going to do my best shot at keeping them going the same direction as far as left to right, left and right side. So. All right, so now we've got that assembled. These are going to go on the front. So if you notice, when I lay them down, one of them has that rounded side over here, and the other one has the rounded side over there. So I want the little extra flap to go towards the inside and the rounded part to go towards the front linkage. So this is going to go on the driver's side, and then this one's going to go on the passenger side. So let's get them started on there, since I'm going to start with the driver's side. Hopefully I didn't say those backwards, but let me get these started and then I'll show a close up. Okay, so I got the bottom on, and that's the part that is dependent on the direction. So all the steering linkage needs to pass by these things. So the rounded part is going to go here, and the screw going in basically from the back side there. And it'll make a little, it's the most critical part is actually the other side on the front, because that's where all the steering linkages and stuff go together. So there we go. So the driver's side, front driver's side is done. So that's all there is to getting that on there. So let's go ahead and do the back one. The back ones, there's actually, if you look here, if you look on the back, there's a little center part with a little fin that goes out. Now, there's a left and right. You'll see there's a little fin on this one going that way. That's just to keep it from wiggling between this upright here. So you want the little fin facing towards the back. So this one, I'm going to go ahead and put the top part on first. All right. And on the rear, it doesn't really matter whether you put the bottom part on with the screw going from rear to front or front to rear. There's not any linkages or anything to get in the way there. The main thing is always make sure that extra little flap. And that's really just to add a little rigidity and stability to the uprights, since there's so little material in between them. But just make sure that goes to the inside. Otherwise, some wheels and stuff won't clear it. And on the front, you wouldn't be able to put it on the other way because of the little knuckle area gets in the way. So that gets this whole side here. So I'm going to take the other springs off real quick, and we'll do the other side. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and do the rear one on this side. Again, the little fin that sort of sticks out over that way will go towards the rear. And then same thing the bottom. You just want that little extra flap to go to the inside. All right, so let's go ahead and get this front one on. And again, this one's probably the most important, because on the front here you've got all the links and stuff from the steering and the steering ball joint and all that stuff for the servo linkage. It connects together. I'm going to go ahead and put this on, and then I'll show you a close-up so that you see why that rounded part needs to be in the front. All right, so got it all on, and if you look here, right here in the front, this ball joint, and really just, it's pretty much does the same thing on the mounts that come with it, but it barely goes around the front of that lip right there. So you just have to make sure you've got the screw coming in from the back side. You've got that one of the rounded ones rounded right here. So that's pretty much it. Again, I know that was sort of quick. I was trying to try something different and make the video a little shorter than some of my other ones. But other than that, I'm going to get the tires and stuff put back on this, and I'll have before and after little slow motion demonstration for both of these. And again, the ones that you'll get in the kit, not quite this many. I think this is about a couple of kits that I've got here, but they'll be solid black so that they go good with the truck. I just wanted to do the green so that it might actually show up halfway decent in the video this time, so you can actually tell where the new parts are and where they go. So other than that, I'm going to do some before and after slow motion, and if you've got any questions, feel free to let me know. Check out my other stuff as far as the roof racks and stuff. Working on maybe some wheels, direct mount. I think I finally got some of the kinks worked out of them, and these seem to be working pretty good. They're actually a 1.1 size, so they fit those RC four-wheel drive rock locks pretty good. So hopefully have some of those pretty soon as well. So let me know if you got any questions, and hopefully this will help out with some of the extra bounce and stuff that the stock ones normally have. So all right, well, appreciate it, and keep on crawling.